We are live. Hello, my fellow Morbius fans. Oh my god, you guys made a GIF
What's
to make
the
fun
gift?
of us in the Discord.
Another gift to make fun of us? I feel like that's all that.
I was literally just watching Morbius,
You were too?
and I gotta say it made me horniest.
You were.
Week 2 of
I'm
Morbius
too high.
jokes.
I'm way too high for this fucking podcast.
I'm
Isn't that
refusing to
regular
watch
at this
it.
point? What do you mean you refuse to watch it?
I don't. I just want the jokes to wash over me like a wave that I just can't understand.
It's Morbin time.
I'm watching Jared Leto in that Hulu show or Apple Plus show or maybe
I
Apple
still-
Plus about
I s-
WeWork, the WeWork company.
That sounds like such dog shit. I don't know why.
Dude, he has this prosthetic nose on and this
the fucking
Israeli
plot to that.
accent. Yeah, and it's wild to watch him in it. It's like, dude, this is
He
crazy.
sounds so cool.
I just choose to not think that Jared Leto even exists.
That's so
I will not
smart.
acknowledge him.
You gotta let the man do his thing. He's making so much money, it's not even funny.
And go off, King.
Unintentional rhyme.
One
Just
time I
so
was on a
hot.
train when I was visiting my brother in England, and this like super conservative, racist, like crazy guy on the train was yelling at me and asking me what I thought about like Muslims and American politics and stuff. And I was like, I don't know, man. I don't want to talk about this very much. And he was like, trying to yell at me. And there was this woman across the way, and she was like trying to catch my attention. She was and like talk loudly, and she was like, "Oh, like where are you from? You're from America, right?" And I was like, I was pretty young at the time, but get what she was trying to do, which was disengage me from this guy very kindly. And I was like, yeah. And she was like, "Oh, do you know like Jared Leto, like 30 Seconds to Mars?" And I was in like my metalhead phase, so I was like, no, I don't really listen to that. And then she was like, okay, and sort of like she was like trying to engage me, and I just like blew her off, and the
Trying to
guy
help.
kept yelling at me.
He's like, have you heard the good book of Morbius?
Yeah, so
Ever
that's about
since.
my that's kind of my only association with Jared Leto, which is a hilarious one to think about.
And
But
that's why you don't want to see the Morbius movie that everyone's
Yeah.
talking about.
I don't want to think about
Well, you heard it here,
Drunk
guys, on the number one
British
Jared Leto
nationals.
podcast.
Oh God.
We are the number one Jared Leto podcast. Do not forget it, and we will be talking about Morbius for months to come.
One thing that
Richie,
fuck, I died again.
Go ahead.
One thing that Jared Leto has in common with the VG and Vinyl for All Discord community is there's a movie night going on, American Psycho, and the famous Paul Allen from American Psycho is played by Jared Leto.
yes, maybe one of his best roles, arguably.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
That
chat's-
is when this Saturday, correct?
I think so.
I believe so.
Hosted
Yes.
by our lovely moderator.
Chat's saying 3 trillion tickets were sold for Morbius. That's crazy.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, good for them.
You can't really argue with that.
Morbius sweep.
I still don't know. Like, are people saying it's a bad movie, or like if it's such a bad movie, why is everybody watching it? But I guess that's the same thing that happened with The Room and like any
Yeah, but
movie
those
with
like
good
took
PR.
time to become like a cult classic. This like,
It's
and I guess it's
all
because how
ironic, isn't
fast
it?
the internet moves. Yeah, that it's already become a cult shit flick, and
But
it's still in theaters.
No one actually likes it though, right? I think it's not like The Room where there's a
I'm sure there's
charm to
kids
it.
that like it. I'm sure like ages like 11 to 17 really like Morbius.
I'm not ready to break this illusion of this Morbius fandom just yet. It's Morbin time.
Does he take his shirt off? And if he
Isn't
does,
that the gift?
is he like glistening chest?
That's like one of the gifts they post.
For sure, I've seen it so many times.
I guess I don't even know who Morbius is.
I don't really either.
He's a Spider-Man bad guy who like instead of sucking blood with his mouth, he does it with his hands.
I saw the image.
It's
Could have
like,
ended
of-
that sentence
yeah.
so many different ways.
I don't know if that's how the movie is, but that's how it was in Spider-Man.
His signature
Like, comic.
catchphrase is "I'm gonna suck you off."
I
I saw the
remember that.
picture.
Oh
Of
God,
the,
I'm gonna get into so much. I cannot. I gotta stop.
That's
There's
what
the
he
No
did.
animated-
blowjobs, handjobs.
Morbius from the Spider-Man animated show that I saw a picture of, and I didn't put it together. That was him. I don't know how they determined that Jared Leto was the most accurate character
In the
for
film,
that,
does he have like a widow's peak like Morbius?
or a shitty goatee.
Like the magician's goatee?
I'm one of the 3 trillion people who has not seen the movie. 3 trillion? Oh yeah, that's
Yeah, I
actually way
think
more people
so.
than there are.
I
I'm
haven't
one of
seen
3
it.
billion people who haven't seen it.
Let's
Just
drag
These,
someone in
these
there.
numbers seem wrong.
You want to drag some?
Drag-
Go ahead. You pick.
Yeah.
Pico. Usually
Ooh,
you're
I
the
get to
one
pick?
busy. Alex is playing this game this week, so.
Yep.
What
And
are
running
you
it up.
playing?
It is an old a freeware game from like 2006 called Lyle and Cube Sector. It's got
Lyle and
Alright.
Cube Sector?
Yeah, it's like a Metroidvania, but it has these Super Mario Brothers USA mechanics where you like pick up stuff and throw it at enemies, and so they use that to kind of traverse through the world. And now I just got an ability where I can throw a cube downward and get a little double jump going. So
Oh,
it's
nice.
fun.
I don't know how this adding people works. I'm not a logistical person.
You just click and hold them on your computer and drag them into the live discussion, Pico.
This is more of a test than something we
This is-
actually
this
need
is
from
a
you.
test, yes.
Can't get up there.
Okay. I'm gonna bring someone in and
I believe in you.
get the hot trash.
Morbius
All right,
fandom.
Morbius, help tips. Here's the hot trash. Is neon pink the fucking stupidest color for a Twilight Princess variant? Let's hear your thoughts on this.
It's definitely not the first color I think of when I think Twilight Princess.
It's not?
Here's another question. What's the last color you would think of when you think of Twilight Princess?
It's on the lines of that, or like the neon green from Memories of Tokyo To, the
I
Too
mean,
Mellow album.
Link's
Either of
still
those.
green. You
He's
got
still green, but it's like
Link.
such a muted game, you know?
Oh yeah, but with
Like-
what we're talking about, you can only give so much. But pink?
Is it supposed to like be the transparent heart?
Oh,
I
like
think
this
he
reach.
just genuinely hasn't played the game, and he saw the Zelda from Smash Bros. And he said her dress is pink.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That's what I've been thinking this entire
And
time.
the Zelda
and I-
crystal, is that pink too? Like that she like does in Smash
I think
Brothers
it's
or
blue.
LP?
Yeah, it's blue. It's the Nehru's love.
Well, I think we're giving Ozeki too much credit. I think he was just like, this is the only color they have in stock. I don't want to wait 6
Exactly.
months.
I'm glad that's coming out last year, finally.
Finally, we're here.
Soon TM.
I'm gonna try to get them all. I'm gonna
Yeah.
try to get all Ozeki's fucking.
Oh, the entire discography.
Now's probably
Yeah.
the best time to try to start Discog collecting Ozeki stuff.
All the variants.
Yeah, I feel like
Well-
it's probably the most accessible it's ever been.
Those
in
shitty
its own,
people
in
in
its
the
own weird
Discord,
way.
they manufactured this.
They did.
Those tyrants, they killed his reputation just to drive his stocks low, to buy low, and then we're gonna sell high.
And then everyone's gonna say it wasn't really that bad.
Yeah.
It was all a joke.
It was just a joke.
We're gonna hive mind everyone.
Ah, come on.
Scalp the scalpers.
My Wind Waker has no pops.
I
guys
did
are
listen to
serious
my
about that?
Wind Waker the other day, and it was bad. It wasn't. I think that I definitely don't have one of the worst versions, so I would be interested in hearing one of those awful ones.
No, I don't have
Oh
like
my
one
God.
of the bad ones. All those red ones were all rough.
I have a blue one where like literally the last tracks on each side are like destroying your ears. They're so distorted.
Okay, I'm
lower.
giving up on this.
That's
I
how
think
I
that's
love
just.
Wind
I
Waker.
think that's how they are, right?
Yeah.
The blue ones.
Yeah, because
all
they were
of them?
off-centered, and they put too much. They put like 2 minutes over or something. It's like 22
Yeah.
or 23 minutes.
Yeah,
That's
I
how
need you to
music's
do this,
supposed to be heard.
Alex. I believe in you.
I'm like transfixed by this.
You gotta jump. You gotta
Oh,
jump the
yeah.
balls high.
Oh,
Oh,
You
a
activated gamer
twofer.
mode.
Yeah, I think I maybe speak for everyone when I strongly advise anyone who cares about their money or getting records on time to not buy that.
Do not
Or
buy
getting
Ozeki
records,
records.
period.
Oh no!
Oh no.
oh,
Oh, it's stuck.
I mean, honestly, I think it's becoming a trend.
Nope, not
The
even doing.
bubble maybe start to waning because you see all these huge sales everywhere on the main. So many big things are going now.
Yeah. Here
Yeah,
in
it's
Discord and
for the
main,
last
just
few days there
lots.
have been several at
Yeah.
like very
It's like a
reasonable
little trend
prices.
going on.
Everyone's realizing I don't listen to this. I should probably get rid of it.
Everyone's realizing the clout they get from owning it isn't worth it. That nerd clout.
The serotonin
I-
only lasts so long.
I don't know.
fine.
You'll still probably see one LP Twilight Princesses hit eBay $200.
Oh, yeah.
It
Yeah,
was
it's gonna be
crazy. I
there.
think we talked about this before, but when I had come back from being out of the scene for a while, like the Wind Wakers were going for like $200-$300 on eBay. It's just
Yeah.
crazy.
For sure.
Maybe not totally worth digging up too much, but it is funny how these things change
Mhm.
so rapidly. Everyone is so fair weather. Why can't they just be nice to that label?
Well, it's like people
Circle of
want to
life.
blame like, oh, they're just upset because of pops. And it's like, no, it was like gaslighting and lying and just how many people were trading him for stuff and then he just never he'd like ghost people and
I think
Sunshine
Frank
took a
said,
year to ship, and he just kept taking new orders and new orders and
Yeah.
not shipping anything out, using new releases money to pay for old releases because he had
So-
already spent the money.
Sounds so familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like I know
literally
we've
his
talked
very
Ozeki
first
to
release.
death.
That was the story.
Ugh.
I think Frank had mentioned one time that he had owed him a record and the label runner just never sent it.
Nice.
Yeah, I believe several people had fallen prey to that.
Yeah.
It's just so funny. It's like, why are you gonna wrong the one guy that everyone follows?
Yeah.
Well, patience.
Wait, is
patience,
that Caleb?
folks. The Eggman himself. One of the Eggmen. Not the Eggman.
It may be me.
Hey, Caleb.
Yo, 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 yo.
We
What do you think
brought
about
you-
Top Pink?
Hot pink, overrated. Way overrated. Change the pink channel to not be pink channel. Some other color, please.
I mean, honestly, that's true, and
no
I
more
didn't think
Pink
about
Boys.
that. What is like the statistic of hot pink vinyl variants, like over other colors?
I feel like
It was available.
there's probably some like Hot Topic exclusive variants that are probably in hot pink. I feel like that's something that they would do.
I just think there's
Really?
so many. Probably people love hot pink variants.
I
I think I have one, but it's like a lot of emo bands I follow will do like hot pink.
That's what I'm saying.
Bomberman.
It's like
Yeah.
a hot
Hero?
Topic exclusive variant type color. Yeah, Bomberman Heroes I think the only VGM
Yeah.
I forgot
of
about
that
that.
tone that I can think of. Maybe Borderlands also.
I really can't think of that many video game pink records.
I can't think of any video games.
I can't either.
Like strictly hot pink. I
Oh,
don't
no.
think I could think of anything.
Oh no.
Was there like a disc in Valhalla that was hot pink?
Oh yeah, the whole set was,
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
it?
there was.
Yeah, and what else was I thinking? Paradise Killer, is there hot pink disc in that?
I think that was
Valhalla-
red, wasn't it?
That was another one where I guess I wouldn't associate that color with that game and setting immediately, you know?
Yeah. There are there's some pink variant bootlegs. Bootleggers like pink.
That's good. Everyone should get a little more pink except for Twilight Princess.
Oh, Super
I'm still trying to
THPS
figure out what
wasn't
the
pink.
variant is. Like, I'm like literally like, is there like a
It's-
slime in the game? I'm like literally
it's
gonna
no-
go back and play the game.
It's the bug girl. It has to be the bug girl.
Agatha.
Agatha, yeah.
Oh, Fury. The second disc of Fury is hot pink.
Oh, yep.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There we go.
It's out there.
That's it. That's all of them.
Does Hotline Miami 2 have a pink disc? Blue, green,
Hotline
and pink, I
Miami
think?
2 would make sense for pink. For sure.
I can only think of Hotline Miami 1 variant.
Yeah, there's a pink disc. It's blue, green, and pink.
Not enough people flex Hotline Miami 2 anymore. So
Yeah,
I don't
that
know.
used to be
If
a
I
big
had one, I would.
It's passe because people don't like that new way or like electronic music, 80s electronic music revival thing. It's out of style.
It's dumb.
Finally gone.
Synthwave.
Yeah, synthwave shit. Neon. Drive core.
Oh, now that I think about it, we are working on something pink.
Isn't
Ooh.
Esperwave?
Ooh.
Spoiler.
Esperwave has a pink variant.
Well, yeah, Esperwave does have a pink, but
Yeah.
that's not what I'm referring to.
Oh, but it. Oh, a little teaser.
A little teaser, a little pink action. Two
A
pink.
little
One-
shipping update maybe. Well, a Channel 3 shipping update.
We're here for all the Channel 3 leaks.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah,
It's
what do you-
Triangle
what do you
Man's new
need to know?
release. Triangle Man and Hot Boys.
Did you listen to the
Not hot
Triangle
pink.
Man?
Who?
Is that a question for Caleb?
Yes.
No, I did not.
That's
Well, he
Oh,
did
last
some-
week I was doing Zelda cover, making like stupid Zelda covers, and we're gonna call it Triangle Man. The whole episode was me trying to get signed by Channel 3 or Respawn.
this is our pitch essentially to you.
Yeah, it was really funny.
Elevator pitch, you have 30 seconds.
You got
Okay.
it. That's it. That's the whole plan.
In a world where you can go in time, there is a Triangle Man. And that Triangle Man needs a soundtrack.
I'll do the art for free.
And that soundtrack.
You know what?
For
I like to cut your-
exposure.
I like the cut of your jib. 10,000 units.
Boom!
That was easy, huh?
Really, I was just making like, it was like synth pop, Ocarina of Time.
Drive
It
core.
was going pretty well. I think there was
was
a decent
pretty
amount of
goofy.
people in chat being like, I'd listen to this.
First, dude, that's the whole point.
That's
Like,
all it's about.
I've actually gotten a bunch of messages like, when's Triangle Man coming out?
Yeah.
You could sell 100 of them. I guarantee it.
For sure, I could do a Q crates and sell out. Literally just get a drummer in
Oh,
here and
yeah.
like a real guitarist and a real bassist just to play over the dumb shit that I just did.
I'd be interested in figuring out like the perfect ratio for pressing size to sell something that like no one wants that badly, but will be guaranteed to sell out because it's such a small run number.
How many
Just
was the
due to the
VGM
rarity.
vinyl mixtape?
I would assume that was probably around 100 if I remember correctly.
No, they sold 200 of it.
Yeah,
Oh, did
we
they?
can look at the exact
Yeah.
number of that
Yeah.
one.
I don't know how to
They
find
hit
feel
it.
like
the
but
that's the
200
answer.
if I remember correctly.
That may be so true.
Someone in chat investigate.
I had to drop out. I had to drop out of that.
You'll be reborn as Triangle Man
Mm-hmm.
with your own project. No stage to share, just you.
So real quick, we did have a little bit of a topic this week, and we're talking about new releases. So I'm interested in hearing what either of you two have gotten recently that you've been enjoying and what you liked about them, or didn't like.
For vinyl or for video games or for what?
Fuck, I didn't even think about video games. Oh my god, there's so many things we can talk about, huh? Yeah,
We
were
don't
talking
think about the
vinyl.
games, just
We're
the
Dealer's
music.
choice. You pick
Yeah,
video
you-
games or vinyls.
I'll do vinyl. I recently got, well, not recently, but I finally had a chance to listen to Aerial Knight's Never Yield soundtrack, which was this like
Who put that out?
That was who was that? That was Black Screen Records.
Oh,
It's this like really cool like hip hop breakbeat soundtrack on 2 discs, and the game looks like it's mostly just like a you run left to right and dodge a bunch of stuff, but you're like running through like the streets of Detroit, I think, something like that.
so like one of those.
I don't know a
runner
whole lot
games?
about the game, but the soundtrack is really, really good.
Black screens, with no disrespect intended, one I always forget about. But
Yeah.
like all their releases always look so good to me, and every time I see them, I'm like, oh, like that's a nice looking like official release. And then I
They have
realize
their
it
own
was them.
aesthetic. I feel like
Yeah, and I'm
you
like,
get all
oh,
their
cool.
releases together.
They're
Yeah, I
usually
just-
distroed over here, so that's why I feel like we forget a lot of them. But
That makes sense. They're Europe
but
based, right?
sometimes they have some real nice variants of their own. But yeah,
I'll have to check that one out. Any sort of breakbeat stuff I'm usually pretty into.
Did you check out Umurangi Generation?
Oh, that's one I have on pre-order. I'm excited
Yeah.
about that.
That one's kind of like breakbeaty stuff. Really,
should
really
have done
interesting.
That one just got announced recently, right? Like a
It
couple
just
weeks
got
ago.
went up for
Yeah,
sale.
Stumpy
and I
Frog.
think it's sold out now.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's gone.
Oh, really?
not
That
to-
quick?
yeah.
Not to flex, but I'm gonna flex. Your boy's got a test press of that.
What?
Oh,
Is that allowed?
Already.
that's
Where's-
sick.
Where's the
How's it
pics?
sound?
Yeah, show the
Um,
pictures in chat.
It's just a black record with a
Oh,
white
wow.
label.
White label, yeah.
You mean how
that's so
most
cool.
test presses are?
It looks exactly like the Tony Mora test press pick that constantly just gets thrown around. I mean, for all intents and purposes,
I
that
mean-
may as well be it.
That is in the works. That test press.
That is,
From what I
it might
hear.
be happening.
But no, it does sound really good. The Umurangi test press. I've listened to it a couple times now, and yeah, I fully approve. Very good. I love Stumpy's stuff. Like, I don't know, it's all across the board as far as genres are concerned, but and like really games that I'm not too familiar with, but all the music has been fantastic. So I mean, Stumpy Frog is one of those ones where I'll probably just blind buy just because
Right.
the music for everything that he's done so far has been exceptional.
I was, and that one is on sale. Someone said like in the last couple days.
A couple of weeks back.
Couple weeks. Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah, it
just
was a week
sold
or
out a
so.
couple days ago.
Is that game? I'm almost surprised to see that. I mean, I'm just not familiar with the game at all. Maybe it's more popular than I'm aware of, but I'm almost surprised to see that it's sold out in such a short amount of time.
That's what surprised me. I've like never
It's-
heard of this, but it seems to have a decent enough of a following, and a lot of
It's
people
been
are
a game
recommending
that's
it.
been on my wish list for a while, but I
Okay.
never bought it.
So it's a really neat concept. It's you're like a photographer in a post-apocalyptic world. So you
Yeah,
can
and it's
do quite a
like
bit
a
with it.
first-person shooter aesthetic, but yeah, you're a photographer instead.
Yeah, that's cool looking. I would expect it to be like a side scroller or something. Oh, the gameplay looks beautiful. That looks like a very excellent release.
I will not be looking it up because it's sold out.
That's fair.
Pain. How about yourself, Morbius health tips? Have you come across any new releases or games?
I just got Treasure of the Rudras in, but I haven't spun it yet because I just haven't had time.
Nice.
But I finally spun my Yakuza 0 set from
It's a good
Laced,
box.
and like it's fantastic. But I found out my first disc is kind of borked.
How so?
So you got
Uh,
the whole
Yeah,
what is it, 6 LP set?
yeah, 6 LPs, it's a lot of music.
I listened to that last, the sixth disc. with
Yeah,
all the
that
karaoke
6th
music
disc
so
was like
much.
the biggest seller part
Yeah.
of it. I had put that on a couple times just because there's such great songs.
They're just so fun to listen to at any time.
Yeah, the karaoke tracks and that, and like just even like the disco tracks are so much fun just to put on in the background even. But my copy on the first disc is like it has a big bubble in it, kind of like what you guys were seeing with the people's copies of Hook recently.
Oh no!
Have like the one person's copy has a big hole in it, another person's has a huge
Jeez.
bubble in it.
Wait, what? The
I haven't
record
heard
has a
about
hole in
this.
it? Yeah, I
My
haven't heard anything about that either.
Hook, someone had posted
Mondo
it in
Hook, yeah.
Showcase. Their Mondo Hook has literally a hole in it.
Yeah,
My copy of the first LP
in the record or the jacket?
in the record.
Like,
No, it's
not,
like-
Oh, wow.
not the
Not
hole
the
it's supposed
center
to have.
there's a chip taken out of it.
Dude,
Yeah,
every record has a hole in it, right in the middle.
this one's got
Like,
two.
Oh,
Let me see
they
if
got
I
the
can find
2-hole
it.
variant.
Hey,
But that first disc has like
Who's better than one? I
the
gotta
entire
say.
5 minutes of the beginning are just messed up too. On top of that, so it's been a ride, but the rest of them sound fine. So maybe I'll try and contact Lace and see how that goes.
I had good experience getting my jackets replaced for Resident Evil 1 and 2 when they came, because they were shipped atrociously,
Yeah,
and they replaced them for me, I think, for free.
Nice.
yeah. I'm just hoping because it's been
Yeah, there's the picture
4
in the
months.
chat.
True, yeah.
I sent it in discussion. This was someone's copy. I think it was Bayesh. It just has a hole in it.
Oh,
You probably don't want your needle going over that.
you sure?
No.
Bye, needle.
I can pull this up.
It's like a fucking pothole that like you turn your radio down and like feel like you have PTSD because you hit it so hard.
Oh shit, this is big. Live editing.
And then the other one you mentioned was Treasure of the Rudras.
Yeah, I haven't listened to it yet, but I was like really hoping that was coming out eventually because that game's soundtrack is really good. But I haven't
Yeah.
listened to it yet.
Yes.
I wasn't familiar with the game before I received my copy, but it is so good. The
Mhm.
soundtrack is excellent.
Yeah, around the time that I went through and played Live a Live last summer, I kind of just went online and was like, how many other, like, I don't know, like Squaresoft JRPGs just never hit the shores that had, like, unique shit like that? And,
There's a lot of them.
I was gonna say there has to
Yeah.
be a ton.
so the two that really stuck out were, ironically, Bahamut Lagoon and Treasure of the Rudras.
For
And
sure, the Bahamut's like the
both-
first
Yeah,
one that comes to
we've
mind.
seen those.
Yeah, and
Now,
both
do
of
yourself
those.
a favor and listen to Treasure Hunter G as well. Like that's
Oh, I haven't heard that one actually.
Alex has
I
been
saw
pulling
the
for
name,
that
but I
one.
haven't heard the OST for it, so I'll check that out then. Because these are all like, I don't know if they're all, but it seems like they're all the ones I looked at pretty late SNES cycle. So the soundtrack on them, like the way they manipulate the sound chip, is just really
They
impressive.
know what they're doing this time.
Yeah, they could do whatever they want, and that sound chip will listen.
And I
This time,
believe I
they know
believe
the sound.
Frank made mention on his Instagram that I think the composer for that one was the same composer who did Mystic Quest,
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
for Treasure of the Rudras.
and that's another SNES OST that like it gets a
underappreciated.
lot of praise. Yeah, well, yeah, underappreciated, but yeah, a lot of people who know it love it.
That's actually I don't think I've ever listened to my copy of Mystic Quest.
What?
Those are like
It's a pretty
were some of my
good-
hardest records to get rid of. No one wanted them. I was like, what happened to all these Final Fantasy sims?
They don't know.
I was
that
like,
one.
this is a Final Fantasy game.
I make Final Fantasy.
And I seriously haven't sold one GoldenEye boot. Like the stock for GoldenEye boots fucking tank. I've been looking at everybody's sale posts of GoldenEye. No one can get rid of them.
Everyone who wanted GoldenEye got GoldenEye, or they're getting
It's so
or-
funny.
orchestrated GoldenEye for some reason.
There you go.
It's,
Buy your
it's a great soundtrack
It
too.
is.
GoldenEye, yeah.
Yeah, that's a fun one. I had my buddy. I was at a store down in Northern California in Petaluma, and a video game store, and they had a little stack of video game vinyl, and I had my buddy pick up GoldenEye because he didn't have any boots yet, and I was like, this is honestly a really great place to start, especially if you're not like a video game music nerd,
Mhm.
because it's just kind of like hip hoppy and like
Uh-huh.
the whole package is really pretty and well done. I think it is a surprisingly good like entry point into the boot scene for
It
someone.
has some alarming locked grooves on it. Like-
It does. I love those.
I think the inside printing of the cover was like a really cool touch.
Yeah, so cool. A little
absolutely.
dossier.
Just give me a 10-hour loop of Facility. That's all I need.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Please.
I love all those TikTok memes of it.
Fuck.
I really.
But yeah,
That one's underappreciated, or maybe overappreciated, or just enough. What am I saying?
I've been
It
big
exists.
on all those
Dude,
on all the SNES and Super Famicom soundtracks recently.
yeah.
It's like almost all I've been listening to.
Same. Like I'll listen to various compilations on YouTube just to try to find new songs to hear, and it's been great. Those have been great
Any other ones?
inspirations to just kind of listen.
Any other ones you can recommend that haven't been brought up
Nope.
from the Super Famicom?
Nope.
Those three are like have been
Yeah.
my like
Yeah.
constant spins recently. Live and
I don't know if anybody
Regress
likes these, but the Sailor Moon games have amazing
They
soundtracks.
do. I listened to those recently, so never mind. Those are awesome.
Sailor
I-
Moon on.
I know the fighting game
SNES.
one has a fun one.
There's an RPG for Sailor Moon, and I think there's another.
There's like
There's
four
a fighting
Sailor Moon
game
games
as
on
well.
it.
Yeah,
the
there's
Sailor
there's
Moon
a
are.
fighting game.
Like
And
a
there's
beat 'em up, right?
Genesis game too. Yeah. So
I'll
there's a
have to look
bunch.
into those. I was a little Sailor Moon nerd when I was younger. I'm sure I'd appreciate that.
The fighting game I know is pretty funny.
Yeah, some
It's not
characters
balanced, but-
better than others.
It's really badly balanced, but it's fun.
I
Right.
love old fucked up fighting games that have just like no sense of design in them.
It'll fit right in that category.
Yeah. It was at a like fan thing at One Evo, I think. because
Yeah.
of how messed up it was, and it was.
It was
A
a
decent
really
watch.
fun.
I think
Really
that's probably
fun
where I
side
first heard of
tourney.
it. ActRaiser was another somewhat recent pickup I had. The ActRaiser boot. As far as like soundtracks go, that's a good one.
I think
That
about
one-
Pico playing that all the time.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
a podcast favorite.
That one like took a little bit for it to click with me. I listened to it I think twice, and I was like, "Oh, this is all right." And last time I listened to it, I was like, "Why am I not spinning this like constantly?" Like that soundtrack is really good.
Yeah, I was really pleased with that release. I really liked it. The game is so much fun.
It was great seeing you learn it.
Yeah.
It was a learning
I mean,
curve.
to be fair, that's kind of how it was when I first played the game too. It's like it just seemed so bizarre, and like when you emulate games, like you don't have that instruction manual, which seemed so very necessary for ActRaiser
Well, my
to learning the game.
issue is I started from continue and not new game. And then it
Oh.
threw me in the game with 0 level, so I couldn't actually start the game unless I backed out and then started the new game.
Oh,
Hold on, Cody.
So if you're
posted
gonna
this
play
picture.
ActRaiser, don't hit continue.
Cody posted this picture in chat, and I'd like to highlight it real quick.
it's really good.
Oh my god, is that Timmy Thick?
That's a Twilight Princess.
Oh my gosh,
Amazing.
I got distracted looking at that. That's
Listen,
amazing.
if this is how this was promoted, I would fucking buy it. In a
Yeah,
second.
that would be.
Hey, just gotta lean into it really hard.
Ozeki, if you're listening to this, meme yourself. And maybe you'll
Seriously.
sell some records.
We'll forgive you.
I'm not
Maybe.
gonna lie, he's gonna sell. No, you could literally slap a dick on a VGM bootleg and buy it.
Especially
No.
Zelda.
Yeah, it could literally be donkey fart sounds, and someone's gonna be like, "Well, it's the only one I could get."
Triangle Man.
Here comes the
Exactly.
Exactly.
Triangle Man Lock Groove.
Literally, just me in a fake British accent going, "Triangle Man."
I remember Triangle Man saying that.
Yeah, I was going for like a New Order vibe.
Triangle Man is actually the name of the girl in the game.
Oh, my mistake.
Fake
I'm so
fan.
fucking sorry.
The girl and the Triangle Boy, man.
We don't know at this point.
The lore is just so dense.
There's just so much.
I don't know if they could ever stop thinking of weird ass names for Zelda with the cover albums.
We will not.
I'll never get sick of that joke.
New shirt idea. What if Triangle Man was a boy? Those smile buddies in chat. Well, thank
Thank you
both
for having me.
coming on. We got some other people in the waiting room that I guess we're gonna get around to.
Yep. Thanks for having me. Always fun to listen.
Yep.
More
Thank you
Channel
for
3
coming.
exclusives coming soon.
Oh,
Yeah, soon
Yeah.
that
Heard
can
it
be
here
our
Black Fogs, everybody. What the
Black
fuck
that can
Fogs.
be our answer to your.
Why haven't you bought Fogs already?
what the
The
fuck?
need-
more fogs you buy, the more exclusives we get from
That's
Channel
right.
5. Channel
Actually,
5, yeah.
you know,
Channel 3.
not too far off from the truth. Or Minions Wave, either one.
We're getting Minions Wave eventually.
Or,
Hear that.
Triangle Man, 10,000 units. I already signed that, so.
Oh, right.
That'll
Seriously,
get
I have
that.
the
Just
contract
keep
in
an eye
my
on that
email right
contract.
now.
We don't need to hype that one up.
This is a verbal contract.
I think
I'm gonna
10,000
go-
may not be enough. I
You
think
mi-
we may
you-
need to push 100.
Yeah, you might want to pay us for that
Doing
one.
the Dell numbers with Triangle Man.
Okay, it was fun. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
I'll let somebody else.
Thanks,
Thanks for
folks.
coming on.
Pop in.
Thank you both.
Thanks for having me.
Bye.
Please contact me if you need more Morbius health tips. And remember, Morbius Sweep 2022.
Thank you so much.
Do we have a sponsor
Oh my
this week?
Our
Since we
sponsor-
may not.
It is
Still on
a
strike?
simple. It is simple fuck shipping. I do not have a video.
The sponsors are striking.
The sponsors are striking. They're giving me logos.
Honestly, can we crowdfund this Zelda poster in this picture?
Honestly, I would absolutely buy that.
Make it like an Instagram
Dead ass, I
print,
would hang that up in my room.
exclusive
Ugh.
to 100. Some foil.
The Barbie font is just so good.
Can Channel 3 be a sponsor soon? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh my god. Is that real?
How have we not thought of that? Yeah.
That's
there's
right.
just so many brands vying for our attention.
We'd have
Yeah.
to think of like a theme song.
What about Channel 4? Yeah.
Create a theme song.
It might be of conflict of interest with our Channel 4
Yeah,
sponsorship.
we've dealt with conflicts of interest poorly.
Poorly.
But we've dealt with them. Yeah, we don't need to talk about the ESA and Aster cards. The whole everything with those. All right. So
We want to bring someone else in?
no. Yeah,
No? Okay.
I'm just kidding around. I'd like to let's see Lathos. I haven't heard from Lathos in a minute or two. Lathos, are you there?
Yo, Lathos.
How many copies of Triangle Man will you buy, and will you be buying the Zelda print? And you are muted. On air.
Oh, this is embarrassing.
It's always embarrassing, and we are losing so much money every time this happens,
Each moment of dead air is more and more pain.
and every time we kiss.
So, what other new releases do we have? What have you gotten any new releases in Atrix?
I got Hypnospace, and I really liked it. It comes with 3 hype stickers.
Yeah,
Free hype
I-
stickers.
Yes.
Are any of them like interactive with the jacket, kind of like with I got Doki Literature Club recently, and I noticed that like the hype sticker goes right over like the blackboard
Oh no.
of
Oh,
the
that's
art
so
on the
cool.
game, and I was like, but it was on the outer like plastic sleeves or the what's it called, shrink wrap. So I had to like tear it off and put it back on
Mhm.
the other jacket because I thought it was such a cute little touch. And I don't know if I've seen a lot of jackets that do that.
No. This one just has a hype sticker for what it is,
Mhm.
and then a hype sticker for Chowderman, and then
Mm.
a hype sticker for. Looks like it's more than one record label, or at least a pretend label. So it's pretty good, and that's on the outer like plastic sleeve. So
Yeah, they shipped it with like a fold over sleeve, so there wasn't like it wasn't shrink wrapped or anything. So
there is no audiophile edition sticker. I'm sorry.
no.
Buy Sable and Fogs with the thing Channel 3 is releasing tomorrow. Get that free shipping. That's a real sponsor, maybe. So check out Channel 3 and buy Sable and Fogs. Who?
That definitely doesn't seem like Hypnospace. Definitely, like it was fun to listen to, but it was very clearly it wasn't a release. It wasn't an OST that was meant to be put on the CD. I don't think,
Yeah.
or a record.
Like, I
Wait,
think
well, how do you mean?
it's such a all over the
Goes in
place.
so many different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you
Different
guys
direction.
play and enjoy the game?
I did. I played
Yeah.
most of it, and then I got to the end and got a little lost and started playing something else and never got back to it.
hmm
But I'm definitely interested in revisiting it, especially with the sequel coming out.
I liked that one a lot. I do want to get the vinyl release at some point.
The what's the, I think the actual artist's name is Hot Dad. He did like so many good songs on there.
That's the musician.
Yeah,
Oh.
the singer on like the Chowderman type songs.
Love that. I love that name for him.
I could be totally wrong, but I think that's it.
Yes, that appears to be true
Okay, good.
based off my brief search here.
So, yeah, I've been enjoying that. Like, the first record seems to be mostly about kind of hypnospace music, and then the second one is more of the novelty music about, again, Chowderman, the fake Pokemon that they kind of make for the game, and like this grungy metal band.
Where would you rate it as a release overall, the package and the music and then
I think
presentation of it?
Fangamer did such a good job on it.
I'd
I'm
put
glad
it as such a good
they're the
job.
ones who did it because I still need
Yeah.
to buy it, and
Mhm.
it's always easy to buy from them.
It really
bless.
is. Like, if it's a game you know or like, you're safe to buy it from them at the very least and not expect something feeling cheap.
And we have Norton here, don't we?
We do. Someone brought
Yeah.
Norton in here.
Yeah, I got kidnapped.
Hi, Norton.
Hey, how's everybody doing? Oh,
I think we're doing okay to good.
Yeah. I'm leaning more towards good, I think.
Nice.
always a good thing.
How's
Oh.
your... Go ahead.
No, you.
I was gonna say, how's your collecting been going lately, Norton? I mean, have you stumbled across anything fun or new? A recent release?
Well, it's not really recent. I've been able to spin the Little Nightmares music box collection that it just took a while to get here because Bandai Namco just takes a little while. But it's pretty good for a because the music it's from both games, so they kind of had to make some song choice selections, which some are okay and some are, I can just tell they put it on there because they had We have 45 seconds. Let's fill the wax.
We got space.
Oh.
But overall, it's a pretty good release. But that's been about all the new stuff that I've been spinning lately. I've been going through some of the Death Stranding stuff, but it's nothing new. I've had that for a little while now.
Do you think that's a good idea? You said that, like they were filling the space like little 45-second clips here and there. Do you think that's good, or just let the music kind of stand on its own? Because Bomberman 1 and 2 just dropped, and that they clearly did not have enough space on side A for Bomberman 1, and they did something unique with it. And I'm like, should they have just like extended the loops a little bit more? So do you think a longer side is better, or you think a more quality use of the space is better?
I would rather it be a quality use of the space. I say that though because now that I'm thinking about it, I was like, I want all the music that's in it as a completionist, but like sometimes that's just not feasible.
Mhm.
But I think if you're given that choice where it's like, okay, we have to cut some stuff, then go with like the quality stuff. Don't just fill with some of the smaller songs that are kind of reinterpolations of like some parts of the longer songs that are on the same side. Because that is kind of deflating when you hear that at the very end of a side, and you're like, well, you could have just left it alone. It's not the worst thing in the world that it ends at the end of the song.
I'm curious how people feel in general about entire soundtracks versus like sound selections for vinyl pressings. Does anyone feel strongly here that like something should always sort of be a full soundtrack where applicable, or does anyone have a preference for like shortened selected tracks that maybe like flow together better and make maybe a more cohesive narrative for a shorter playtime?
I mean, just from me, like, I'd rather, I guess, if I was given the choice, I would rather it be the whole thing.
Mhm.
But again, I kind of get how that's not always possible, but that's just because the games that I usually play are story driven or like very linear in their construction. So I'm used to, okay, this is the song that happens here, and this is the next one, and this is the next one. So it kind of messes with me if we've skipped 3 songs and now we're in a completely different area.
Right.
But like,
that makes sense. Actually, I've not thought about it like exactly that way for some reason, but that makes a lot of sense.
But like something like, I don't know, like, well, like maybe like something like Smash Brothers, where it's like, okay, it's everything all at this, like, there's no right way to do this. It's just all together because these are all the stages.
Yeah.
I think that kind of makes sense. So I guess the answer is it depends.
It does depend, I guess, depending on the game and what the
generally
whole
too,
package is. But
like people's attachment to the game itself, it probably colors opinions on that. If it's something you only like half care about, but it has really cool music, you probably don't need like the whole soundtrack to be happy with it.
it's always interesting when I'm thinking of like the game and I'm just like, why is this menu song stuck in my head and it's not in the release? And it's like, who the fuck gives a shit about this menu song? It's just like, I guess me, but I get why it's not on something.
Are we going back to Ozeki here?
Nope.
Is that guy
Rico
grazing
Harbor?
it.
Is that the thing that got left out of Double Dash? I don't know.
Oh, it was actually. That's.
Yeah, title music,
Yeah.
right? Or was it
I think it might. Was it both title music and menu music?
was one of them? I can't recall. I'd have to look back at it, but I don't want to. I don't want to look at the back of the jacket.
I don't want to think about Ozeki. Refunds are coming. Don't worry. And everyone's getting a free repass. Don't worry. That is true. It will be happening regardless of how you feel.
Real
And everything else that was promised.
Right, that was promised, and so, and it will happen. Title screen and character select was left out of Double Dash
Character select, yeah.
from Frank. Yeah, it's pretty important ones. Always hanging out in menus. Where's the menu compilation, huh? That's what I.
Video game menu music.
Yeah. Sort of like Bloop. Let's see it.
Call it Meloop. Menu bloop.
Bloop.
I feel like you'd have to go a little bit more specific than that. I think.
Yeah. Pause music and menus.
Oh yeah, is it like NES menu music?
Yeah.
I want like a half like dating sim, half like fighting game menu music release, just for the total whiplash of it all.
That's such a specific, weird selection. And
That's not
I'd
be
be
as
for it.
the most uncomfortable possible listening experience, please.
I'd like the art to be done by Frank in MS Paint. He's got some good art from that I feel like would fit that.
You're spoiling our Triangle Man album artist.
Sorry.
The art direction, the secret art direction.
Side A, Call of Duty, side B, Nintendogs.
Essentially that.
That's Joey. That sounds great. Anyway,
Want to sneak one more guest in
I
here?
think so. We can-
Well, thank you, Norn.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
thanks for having me
It
again.
doesn't matter. to
know-
me.
I know one of the recent releases, like everyone was hyped about it before, but now we can't seem to find anyone that's that's been listening to it. Is Sea of Thieves? I wonder if anyone in the chat wants to come in and talk about that, because I don't know a thing about that
I don't
release, but I
either.
know people like it.
Seemed like there was a lot of excitement for it when it dropped, at least in here.
I don't know. Cody's been here the whole time. Or Eggman has been here the whole time.
A resident Twilight Princess artist.
Yeah.
Hi,
Thank you for that image. That was great.
no
Um,
problem. Jake did the poster thing, but I just
Oh
I
yeah.
built
yeah,
off.
yeah.
I built off.
Thank you, Norn. By the way.
Yeah, thank you, Norm.
Thank you, Norman.
Did you get Sea of Thieves? Since we did bring it up.
No, I was
Okay.
probably the worst guest to bring in. I'm sorry.
Hey, no, that's fine. That is okay. I still want to hear something new that you might have gotten recently that you'd maybe want to talk about. It doesn't even have to be new for everyone. It can be new for you.
Oh shit. I didn't have any like big record come in this week or the last, I don't think, but I have been playing that Kirby game, the Forgotten Land.
Yeah,
I got a hot take.
hit us with it.
I was not a fan of Mario Odyssey.
Is that allowed?
I'm sorry. No, I just thought that once Mario Odyssey was done, it was done, and I didn't want to play anymore.
I
And
actually had a similar feeling.
it was like once those credits rolled,
Yeah.
back in the box, and never again.
Like I enjoyed what I played, but I was just like, okay, I'm good.
Yeah, like a fun little like distraction, but not like I was expecting like I don't know, like it was like Mario's big return, the 3D open, not open world,
Mario's
but-
own adventure.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah.
when you say you're happy it's done, like, did you complete it? Did you get all the moons, or is it just like as soon as they went off in space without Bowser and Mario, like that, then you were done with the game?
Yes, the latter.
I see.
Once I just beat like the main story, I was like, okay, like I didn't see any point in like getting any more moons or anything, because like I felt like half of the game you just took some steps and then you got a moon, and then um, which was like so different from like the shine sprites or like even stars, where it's like you have to like go out of your way to get some of these things. But anyway, to kind of circumvent back to Kirby, it was kind of like not what I anticipated, but kind of got from or what I wanted from Odyssey is what I found in Kirby.
Okay.
Where there's just a lot of different like the challenge isn't like, I mean, no Kirby game's hard, but like
Right.
like there's like things to find, and it like kind of encourages you to kind of go. Really, I don't know. It felt like a mix of those types of Mario games, and also maybe just a little bit of, and I know, a little bit of the newest Crash game. I could see some influences.
Are you a Crash Bandicoot fan?
No,
Okay.
not really.
I didn't think
No,
so.
No, when I played there's the fourth one. They kind of redid the formula to like the other like prior games, so they have like objectives within that are like hidden objectives, similar to how Kirby does it, and then also just kind of similar, like not a 2.5D, but like a linear 3D path-based game. I don't know. I'm getting way more out of that game than I expected, I guess.
Yeah.
The long way around.
That seems to be what I'm hearing about it. So
It seems so
I'm
short though.
glad to
Like
hear.
when I was watching gameplay of it, like even 100% gameplay, it seemed like you could finish it in like less than 10 hours, maybe. Is that a wrong assessment of the new Kirby?
I could see it if you're the type of person who wants to just kind of like play it from like. I like taking it like a level at a time. So like, I'm actually playing with my partner, so she's maining the first player, and then I'm just Waddle Dee. I shouldn't say I'm just Waddle Dee. I'm the Waddle Dee.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh,
Real quick, can you play as like DDD or like Meta Knight in this one?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think you're just stuck as Bandana Waddle Dee.
Okay. I guess that makes sense.
Are there any good mini games? Like, I feel like Kirby games are always kind of have some fun mini games attached to them.
Yeah, actually, there's the Waddle Dee Village, which incorporates kind of like all of the fun little like side things in like. I want to almost compare it to the Chow Garden, but it's not like that at all. It's like. But it's like kind of like where it's like the secondary set of games that you can like play at your own like leisure, and just kind of like
It's because you're collecting little
Cute
dudes.
cooking games.
Sorry, what was that?
There's cute cooking games in the village.
Yes, I love that.
And the Coliseum.
It's so God, yeah, I think they for what they
There's
did.
a lot of cool touches. Like being able to get in your house by going through the chimney is just stupid, but it's so fun.
Yeah, exactly. The little cutscenes when you like sleep are like, they didn't have to do any of that, but I love it. I'm so happy it's there.
Are the boss battles the Dark Souls of Kirby games?
Oh yeah. No, I don't think we've had any. I think we've kind of just played it like. I don't think either of us has like died yet, so. No, it's maybe like a tick more challenging than what you've played in the past, but honestly, not like, not nothing remarkable. I guess I don't know.
I remember
Everybody
the
was
boss
literally
battle
playing
in the
Elden Scrolls, and then just moved on to Kirby, and then it was just like so easy to dodge.
I remember in the demo for Kirby, I don't have the full game just yet, but in the demo, like the boss was a lot harder. Like it was still something I could beat, but it was a lot harder than the levels leading up to it.
Yes, I think that's fair.
But
Like
the
they kind
gorilla
of
boss in the demo?
I'm sorry.
Who'd you fight in the demo? Who was the boss? The gorilla?
Gorilla. Yeah.
I feel like they don't really set you up to like know what to expect from any of the bosses. So there is like a little bit of like fumbling right off the get go, but then like once then it's just standard boss fight after that. You can kind of
Mhm.
figure out what they're trying to telegraph and
There's an
yeah.
achievement like beat the boss without getting hit. So
Yes, there's like stuff like that where it's like you could feasibly get this and it'd be really cool if you did like if you got like those achievements in those, but also you can always just go back and do those too. But I think that's a lot of fun is just the discovery of that stuff.
yeah, I tried to 100% it, and I got to the very last boss of the Coliseum, and that boss like evolves like so many times, and I wasted all my health, so I literally had to beat it with just 1 life.
Oh my god.
And I didn't. I didn't.
For shame. Well,
Has anyone played Baba Is You?
Yes, I love
I've
that game.
watched Baba Is You.
God,
Hurts my brain.
I love that game very much.
I can see the appeal now. It's on sale I think on the eShop, so I just got that and wow, that's a fun game if you like logic puzzles or basic coding, I guess.
Right. I liked watching my partner play through it and helping whenever I'm just watching it long enough. Being like, wait, it's this. You gotta do that, and then we solve it. It's so fun to do that.
It does make you feel pretty stupid,
Yeah.
but the payout's also nice.
Right. Also, promo hot pink for some Ernie bucks over in the casino. For the
Oh
next
hell yeah, I know
hour.
where I'm going.
Since I usually forget, but I remembered right before we were ending tonight, so.
That's fucking hot.
Working.
We take turns. You know, I
We
love. Has anyone brought up that like halfway through the podcast when Jazzloon is playing and then it hard cuts to Bob Ross, which I know it's on Jazzloon.
So
but...
like that gives me the indicator that it's around the 40-minute mark. Because I've listened to this every fucking week.
Yeah.
Since we've started this. So it's a nice indicator of where we're at without me having to think about it too much.
It's weird how much the loon just becomes part of it. It's like it's gone and then all of a sudden you know
and then the loons start, yeah.
And then hula.
and then Hula Wee, except I just hit Jazzloon again today, so that's why it's playing. But we have hit the hour mark. I don't know if any of us had anything else we wanted to add. We are thinking of doing this type of podcast more every month, of talking about new releases and what people have been playing or listening to. So we're fucking with it, seeing how things work out.
I think that's a really good idea, especially in monthly increments.
Right. So we're doing what we can. I was about to say 40 episodes in.
It feels like it.
It does.
You're rounding up, and that's fine.
I'm rounding up by a lot.
Rounding up, baby.
Hey,
What are we, 31?
what have you been playing?
I've been playing a big ass haunted Morbius is what I've been playing lately.
Is that really what you've been thinking of?
No. I've been playing that new Naruto record. Naruto sucks. Morbius is great.
5 years ago.
by Pico.
How could you do this?
I'm sorry. My
Alright,
hot take was too
Hold
hot.
on. Someone's brought up, is it Morbin time? I'm gonna count down from 3, and when I count down, everyone say it's Morbin time, and we'll end the stream.
All right.
Alright.
Everyone, raise your hands.
That's right. Raise your hands. 3, 2, 1.
It's
Morbin
Morbin
time.
time.
It's
Thanks, Jared Leto.
Good night, everybody.
You didn't end it.
How do I click end stream? What is? It's not working.
It's Morpheus. It's up to the trick.
We are Morbin.
Mario, Zelda,